Chicago, New York, and Boston, I think. So
how interesting that there wouldn't want be in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
well,
They're such a biggest, largest
I
But it's
know.
Mexican.
I know. Well,
it's
the
not
fact that it's in Albuquerque, that compared to Chicago and New York,
Yes.
it has to do in part because during Bill Clinton, the Spanish U.S. ambassador to Spain was from Albuquerque, and yesterday he was in the concert. He was Ambassador Ed Romero.
Does he? He has white hair.
Yes, very white.
Right in front of
my
us.
goodness.
He was 2
So-
rows in front of us.
Oh.
So that's
Oh,
another
that's
guy that I need to,
Be in contact.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and he's a good friend of us, but we are working in a few projects, and all of them need funding. And
Right.
timing and-
Yes.
Yeah.
so
funding,
we
yeah.
need to figure it out, but he could be excited also about maybe his contacts or him to give some money. But
How important is this work in the context of the work that's being done at the university? Can you give us an idea?
in what sense?
I mean,
for the university
or for
For the music.
for the music, for the music world, for the
History.
history. Where does it sit in your estimation?
Well,
It's
first
a
of all,
minor-
yesterday I was talking with a possible donor who is very supportive of the opera in Albuquerque. Okay, and he said, and why this guy? And why Manuel Areu? And why? So he's not known. I said, until now, no, but he will be because of this.
That's what Javier said.
And that's the point. And then how you started with that? I said the collection was here. It was saved. It was sent to here, and it was very well taken care of. And now, and at some point, somebody started to look at that closely, and then somebody later, like Javier, decided
It's like a
this-
new discovery.
exactly.
And
So
it needs, and
and
That's
it's
what Javier said. He says, as far as written music, the Spanish, there isn't that many documented, but he has such a large.
this collection is cited in a book written by a conductor and musicologist from Spain, José Luis Temes. He even received the Príncipe de Asturias Award for music in Spain. Very well-known guy. He wrote a book about the Hispanic American zarzuela. And he cited this collection as one of the most important collections of zarzuela yeah,
Wow.
after from outside of Spain. Probably the most important one.
one of the
And we invited
Yeah.
him. We invited him.
Did he come?
He couldn't. He had a heart attack. He had to have surgery. But he was very excited. He was very excited
I gotta
about
get
it.
the
So,
name
and
of
there
this
is
book.
Spain too.
Yeah. Well, for me, one
was
of
his
the
name?
things that
Janela?
was really
José Luis Temes.
José Luis Temes.
His book is in
T-E-M-E-S.
Spanish. I believe, now I am not sure if it's José Luis or Juan Luis. But Temes
both of
is
them.
the last
and
name
look,
for
we
sure.
can Google the name maybe.
Yeah, and you can find the book. Yeah.
And one of the points that I thought was awesome about the exhibit was, if this was his migration for theater and music and compositions, there had to be a circuit that many Hispanics were following in the same thing. So there's a very rich history here, aside from the music, the history of that movement for a lot of people that, well, we're an Anglo society, has ignored. And as the Hispanic population gets richer and larger here, it's going to become more important.
And that's exactly what I am thinking. One of the themes is that one.
Migration.
Because
'cause it's
migration.
not just him,
Plus,
but it's a
the
whole lot of
Philharmonic
people.
Festival
Yeah.
next year will be about migration.
Yeah.
So guess what? We're gonna put Areu there.
All right. Yay.
And
That's
so-
totally his life, though. It
So,
was.
but the whole,
Economics and work.
did you see the whole crossing of the border?
Yes.
They were constantly crossing the border.
Mhm.
And Manuel's father was not doing it more because he was old, but the rest of the family was doing it.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so that this is in Family Search, and there is the one that the Mormons have,
Yes,
yes.
So I found there so many. I have all of them. I can send it to you. So many of these cars that they fill out, and the only one that had pictures were those that I put in the exhibit. It was Manuel's father. I love that picture because we didn't have any picture of him, at least here.
That would be my 4 times great-grandfather. If Manuel was my 3rd, he's my
Manuel.
Wait,
What are you saying? No.
my second. So
second
you have a picture of his father,
which would be our third.
our 3rd
Ramon.
great-grandfather.
Of the Manuel, the first one.
I don't remember.
No,
his name.
Ramon, no, Manuel Areu, the composer.
Yes,
We-
yes,
oh.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you had a picture of.
I have a
his
picture
father.
of Ramon,
The father.
the father. Yes, I digitized them, and they were damaged, and I colorized and repaired them.
Oh, great. Well, I need to have access to that tree, but especially for the book.
Well,
And also-
we can talk about
Yeah,
that
we
for
can
sure.
talk about it.
I have it here with me.
Oh, okay, I will. Yeah.
And was his father a musician? And
Yes. His father was doing zarzuela right when zarzuela was started. Although zarzuela started in the 18th century in Spain, the century of the zarzuela was 19th century.
that's when it
in
blossomed
Spain.
the most.
And Ramon, the father, was playing and conducting zarzuelas in the 1850s and 60s.
Wow.
And Manuel, the son, the song was going with them everywhere. And he says, at 5 years old, and I cited that in the exhibit, he remembered his first trip to northern Spain, and so it was all about playing music and performing. Oops.
Family's work.
I'm gonna make the sign that they can park here. Are they
Okay.
behind me? No, I don't see them. Or maybe they park in other place.
I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
were
There
coming
wasn't
behind
any.
me.
There weren't anywhere. Just take it then. They'll find one.
Okay, I hopefully. Sorry, I am not going back.
This is college parking.
This
Chicken.
is the way you. This is the way you work in
work.
college.
And half of these cars are probably students' cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is also university parking that we pay per year and all that, but Javier has my parking permit.
Oh.
I sent an email. I
It's
said,
the
guess
least
what?
you
I
could
have to
do.
go to the visitor parking.
Yeah.
It's okay.